Okay, so this should be the last one here. 4.3, it says often we're given a percentage and the whole amount and must find the part. This involved taking the percentage of something and translating into multiplication that percentage times something. Okay, so this one, actually we could do it this way. This one we're going to find the answer using a proportion. So you're looking to purchase a new mountain bike that costs $600, but it's on sale for 30% off. How much is the discount and what is the cost after the discount? We can find the answer using a proportion. So 30 is to 100, which is 30%, as some number is to 600. So we're going to cross multiply and divide, and we get 180. So x is 180. So it's important to understand this. 30 over 100 is the same number as 180 over 60, 600. So the cost of the mountain bike after the discount, you take the 600, subtract 180, you get 420. Okay? This is going to be just an important note. Multiplication and division are tied in the order of operations. That's why it's please excuse my dumbass sister, not my dear Aunt Sally. So 30 times 60, which we had up here, 30 times 600, divided by 100 is the same as 30 divided by 100 times 600. As multiplication is commutative, 30 over 100 times 600 is the same thing as 600 times 30 over 100. Therefore, taking the percentage of something is just a matter of multiplying that number by the percentage. So here is an example of that. After your discount on your mountain bike, it costs $420. If the sales tax is 8%, determine the amount you will pay in sales tax and the total amount you will pay for the mountain bike. Rule: taking a percentage of something translates to multiplying that percentage times something. This rule is just a generalization of the rule for taking a fraction of something. Remember when we took like 2/5 of 60? For example, 60 divided by 5 times 2. So this just gives you an idea of what's going on here. Multiplication or division are tied in the order of operation. You can do either one first. So let's put this here. So we have a percentage is 8%. 8% means 8 over 100. If you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 0.08. So 0.08 is the same as 8 over 100, which is the same as 8%. And as a fraction, it is simply 8 over 100, which we can reduce, divide by 2, divide by 2, 4 over 50, which we can reduce again to 2 over 25. So 8% is the same as 0.08 is the same as 2 over 25. Oops, how did that happen? Make these all in red. So no, 8%, 0.08, and 2 over 25 are all different representations of the same number. So what I'm going to do here is find 2/25 of 420, which is the same thing as finding 8% of 420. So I have 25/25, and here I have 420. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this really is this, right? This is 420 times 2 over 25. So I'm going to take 420 and on my calculator divide it by 25. That would give me 1/25. So 420, that gives us $16.80. 1/25 of 420. If I know two of them, I just double it, and I'm going to get 33.6. That's 2/25. So really, 420 times 2/25 is 420 divided by 25, which is 16.8. And then multiplied by 2 is 33.6. Now I'm going to use number lines to find 8% of 420. I'm going to get the same number here. Watch how this works. So I have $420. I divide it by 420. I divide it by 100. And I'm going to get 4.2. You probably can do that in your head, right? 420 divided by 100 is 4.2 times 8 is 33.6. So the final cost of the mountain bike with tax is going to be $420 plus the tax, which is $33.60, which is going to equal $453.60. Okay, so here's our last problem. Consider we're given the total amount of births and the percentage of the totals for each age group. This is what we computed earlier. We were given the total amount of births in each age group. We computed the percentages. Determine how many total births can be attributed to 15 to 19-year-olds. So we're right here, 15 to 19. We want to find out how many births there were. Well, we know that of the total amount of births, there is 5.79 of those births out of 100 births total attributed to 15 to 19-year-olds. So we need to find this number. So we're kind of going backwards. So watch this. We're going to take the total amount of births and just find 5.79% of it. This divided by 100 times that, and we get 230,311. Of the total births, almost 4 million, 5.79 or 230,311 can be attributed to women 15 to 19. Note our number is off somewhat due to the rounding of the percentage. That's why you're going to see in this case here, this is the one we're going to do, that percentage was made extremely accurate. So it says determine how many of the total births can be attributed to 30 to 34-year-olds. So I'm going to put the numbers in here. Okay, so now we have the total births and the percent of total births due to 30 to 34-year-olds. And we're trying to find out how many of the total births women 30 to 34 had. So I would hit pause and think about how to do this, and then I'll put it up. So there it is. Total births, the percentage of births that were this age group, and you just find 27% of this number, and there is the number. You should have one more comma in there, and there you go. It says, notice the improved accuracy using a more precise percentage, right? So if I take this number here and go back to what we knew earlier, that's the exact number. Look at all these decimals I had to use to do that. So one advantage of Excel is formatting. I could change the display of a number, but it does not round the number. In other words, you can change the display. You can have it look like 27.5, but underneath the cell, it has all those numbers. And that is the end of 4.3.